How World War I began. Bosnian Serb nationalist Gavrilo Princip cast a heavy shadow over Sarajevo on June 28, 1914. On that day, Archduke Franz Ferdinand and his wife Sophie were visiting the city. Princip's heart burned with nationalist fervor, and that day, he would mark history with an unforgettable event. The streets of Sarajevo were filled with mystery, and as Gavrilo Princip approached the Archduke's car, he pulled the trigger on a momentous decision. The gunshot heralded many things. The world was opening the door to the first global conflict. Then came July 28, 1914, and the balance of Europe teetered. 40 countries and colonies found themselves in the shadow of conflict. Powerful allied states like England, France, and Russia faced off against the Central Powers comprised of the German Empire, Austria-Hungary, and the Ottoman Empire. The conflict consumed lands and lives. Subsequently, on July 28, 1914, the equilibrium of Europe was disrupted. 40 countries and colonies were on the brink of conflict. The powerful Allied nations, including England, France, and Russia, faced the Central Powers, composed of the German Empire, Austria-Hungary, and the Ottoman Empire. The conflict engulfed territories and claimed human lives. Then, on July 28, 1914, Europe's balance was upset. 40 countries and colonies stood on the brink of conflict. The mighty Allied forces, with England, France, and Russia at the forefront, confronted the Central Powers, led by the German Empire, Austria-Hungary, and the Ottoman Empire. The struggle devoured territories and lives. Afterwards, with the entry of the United States into the war, the resolution process gained momentum. The ceasefire agreement signed in 1918 marked the end of the war. However, the toll was heavy. 17 million people lost their lives, and 21 million were wounded. Russia withdrew from the war early but lost 1.8 million soldiers. The defeated Germany, followed by France, witnessed losses of 1.7 million and 1.35 million soldiers, respectively, while the Ottoman Empire lost approximately 500,000 soldiers. Its ally, Austria-Hungary, suffered the loss of 1.2 million soldiers. As the United States joined the war towards its end, it lost 116,000 soldiers in 1 year. During the Four-Year War, Britain, along with its colonies, endured around 800,000 military casualties. World War I, lasting for 4 years and recorded as the fifth deadliest conflict in history, took its toll on humanity. The majority of deaths were not only caused by the war itself but also by various diseases, outbreaks, and famine. As famine and scarcity gripped prosperous European capitals, Russia suffered the most from hunger. Millions of civilians and soldiers succumbed to the Spanish flu pandemic that emerged towards the end of the war. As a fervent wish that history should never repeat itself, farewell.